family. How are you? How are you doing? Mnaendeleaje? Karibuni sana. We are happy to have you back. For those who are new, welcome. This is Rakeri and Faith show. It is a show.
Yes.
Yeah, karibuni. Tunawapenda sana. Thank you guys for subscribing and supporting us. Tunawapenda. Hugs and kisses. Happy Women's Day.
Oh yeah, today is Women's Day.
Yeah, happy Women's Day to our beautiful,
Which,
beautiful.
do you have a specific woman you're
beautiful.
celebrating?
She's dead.
Who?
Louise Hay.
Sawa ni nani? Who be that? Who be those?
Louise Hay, Maya Angelou.
Maya Angelou, okay.
Yeah, Maya is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? I think those two are the top 10, the top 2s on my list. Wengine watakuja. Who are you celebrating today?
My mom.
Yo.
How can you forget?
Mom.
How dare you? How?
Sorry, mama.
Nampigia simu.
Oh my goodness. Akipole. But I've talked to her today and I've wished her happy. Have you called your mother?
Yes.
Okay. Have you called your sisters?
My sisters know I love them even without telling them.
Happy
But
Women's
yeah,
Day to
my
all
mom,
moms.
my sisters, all of them. I have so many. Wait,
You have not wished me.
you people are so many. You people are so many.
Me, I'm
many.
the one close to you. Live.
Wengine hiyo ni kujipenda, unajipenda sana madam.
No, if you're not wishing me, how are you going to wish them?
What do you mean? I can wish them. See, I've said sisters, kwani wewe si sister? Aya, ama wewe ni sister 2.0.
Sawa. I'm sorry.
Ati Faye ni sister 2.0.
I'm sorry. Happy Women's Day to me. Yeah.
Happy Women's Day to my co-hosts. Yeah, you're a wonderful woman of God. Unanipeanga pesa. Unaninunulia mkate, nyama. All those things. Thank you so much. You get me out of situations. Asante sana. My sisters, my lovely sisters, their children, their girls' children, my nieces, my lady cousins. Happy Women's Day to all of you and every other woman out there, my friends, namesake Rachel. Happy Women's Day. Nani nimeachilia? Hakuna. And every other woman. Happy Women's Day.
Happy Women's Day.
Yes.
So,
yeah. Should we continue with the topic today? Today is still windy. We thank God for life. It feels awesome. There's a beautiful breeze. Tunasikia mzuri. By the way, there's some people being admitted to the bar today. I don't know if I know anyone personally, but
congratulations.
I was at the Supreme Court and I found so many people wearing gowns over there. I know how it feels like. It feels awesome. Congratulations. Kazi iko hapa sasa kufanya. What determines whether that gown was important and the graduation is what you do with it. What you do with it is what matters moving forward. Otherwise, congratulations. It's not mean feat. It's not small. By the way, finishing law school is not easy. Like Kenya School of Law, it's tough. Yeah, being done over there is one step ahead to achieving your goals. So congratulations. Now, today I want us to continue with narcissism. Hello. By the way,
not again.
We are going to break next time now. You see, hata watu wanashanga.
I'm just representing too few at the back. Like, again?
I know. I have even noticed the views have gone down. I understand.
Can we talk about something else?
Not today. Next time. Next time we will. So, I have noticed the views have gone down.
Can we edit here?
We can't end. Like narcissistic personality. That is a campaign for me. Okay. Nobody is stopping reggae for me on that topic. My friend, nobody can stop reggae.
Yo.
Nobody can stop reggae. Cause reggae is strong.
Unakumbuka venye Shafi alikwambia?
huko na Shafi wenu.
By the way, where did he go?
Shafi was fired. He was fired from Kiswanan. Was it Kiswanan? He was rude somewhere. He was fired. You know Shafi and Kibe same WhatsApp. Yeah, hata Shafi kwa na adabu kidogo.
So I saw Kibe inviting people for, I think it's a party or it's an event, and then hapo mwisho manzi anawatusi, anawaambia hata msikuje.
That is okay. Mimi nitaenda vibaya sana.
Ako like, if you're emotional, don't come.
Yeah.
Just stay in the house,
you see,
and drink your emotions and die with them.
You see,
wow.
The only problem I have with Kibe is that sometimes he talks nonsense about women. Yeah? I don't agree with him on the way he speaks about women and the way he thinks about women and his sentiments about women. I don't. But now I like his personality. He does not fake anything.
Yeah.
He's real. Like if Kibe was to advise me, I'm gonna know that is deep from his heart. He's real. Yeah. Like hata kama ni matusi ndajua yeah, he's an asshole like that.
Point taken.
Yeah,
like
but he's real.
Just get what you're getting. Yeah.
You'll never find Kibe in another way.
Yeah.
He's being
that is
him.
Who he is.
That is who he is.
Unapologetic.
And that is why he attracts people. Because he's himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, huyo Kibe ni ule mtu wa kuambia ukuje ama ukae. By the way, I don't care. You can come and stay. It's nice. I like
go and leave as well. Or just pack and go, you know. So if you stay, just know that it was your choice.
I find people who are just calm and just speaking nicely as boring. To me, I like someone who will say something and be, how dare you? But anyway, continue. What were you saying? I mean, it's interesting. So yeah, okay, today we are just gonna do a light topic oye. Atuta wasumbua sana. And you see the reason why the views are going down on this topic, it's because very few people understand what narcissistic personality disorder is. In fact, very few people relate. Some people are in those situations but they don't understand. It will take them time to come and understand what we are talking about in these videos. Yeah, so it's okay. I understand. I don't blame anybody. We are recording this. We are gonna leave these videos here for years, so they are ready for use for whatever time you can be. You can be able to understand whatever is going on. Some people will never understand because they are in secure relationships and they will never find themselves in toxic places because they are not that
secure.
Yeah, they are not those people who don't understand themselves. You know, they'll never understand how somebody can be somebody who is so abusive. Because the minute they see that abuse, they walk really quickly. So we understand that there's somebody who will just live their lives without ever relating to narcissistic abuse at all. And we understand. This video is meant for those people. I know there's young girls who do not understand themselves, they don't value themselves, and they are very highly likely to fall victim of narcissistic abuse. We are here for you. We know you're not many, but we are here for you. And many times it happens, you know, if you grew up in with abusive parents, you grew up in Eastlands where, crime is so high, you grew up in the village where people are a bit ignorant and naive, yeah? All those are the situations which lead to people now having that personality or adopting that thing about not valuing themselves. They don't even understand that they can value themselves and they find themselves in such abusive situations. Yes. So yeah, we are here for that purpose. Now, today, Leo sitetei victims, by the way. No, I'm not here for you victims, by the way. Leo nakuja kuwachapa. Kiboko, bend over. Toa. Today, leo ni dosi yenu. So,
wait.
Today, yeah, it's a statement. And my statement goes like this. Yeah? Victims, in my opinion, I think victims need
narcissists.
Needed narcissists.
I told you this when you were just starting.
Oh,
that's a new statement for you?
No.
I told you.
I think I told you we were gonna talk about it later.
Okay.
I never watched the videos again, so I don't know which video you told me.
No, I said narcissist, like victims they needed the narcissistic boyfriends for them to survive.
Now let me now rephrase. It can be a question or a statement.
Sorry.
Zikuvunjwa. Haya. Aka kaboni kametokea. Haya.
It's painful.
Haya.
It has been painful for the past a few months. Hi guys. Sorry.
I wanted it to be a statement, but it can also be a question. Victims needed the narcissists. Somehow there's like in this dunya, in this world, nothing is useless, including narcissists.
Yeah.
In fact, even if you think you're a nobody, that statement that is always used by people, even if you think you're useless or a nobody or a failure, you're not entirely useless. You can be used as a bad example. You see, you're not useless. You've been used somewhere. So today, we are discussing the importance of narcissists. What are the importance of narcissists to victims? Especially victims who survive and get out of it. Yeah? Or can it be a question? Like, do victims need narcissists? The floor is yours, madam.
Yes, victims need narcissists because they come to, you see, as a victim, you've learned to see yourself as, the one that is, like you're always, what do I say? What am I looking for? There's a word I'm looking for. Help me look for it. Like as a victim, you're always looking for someone to blame.
Yeah.
Like an
of course,
excuse.
Victim is a victim. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
An excuse. You always have reasons as to why you don't want to do things.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm
You're
like
blaming
this
because it's easy to blame.
Yeah.
Blaming is easy.
So easy.
And criticizing is also easy. And also there's another word. Blaming, criticizing, and also those two. Let's use the two of them. So as a victim, you come and you're like, why can't you make a decision? You make a decision. So why? Just decide, And at that point, there's so many things that you need to learn to believe in yourself and all these things.
Yeah.
So as a narcissist, the reason as to why a victim needs the narcissist, because they come and there's a pattern you have. So they come to help you,
It's
help.
a good way.
Really, it's in a good way.
Well,
to them. If you look at it from not a victim, after now you've overcome, it's overcome. How many overcame? After overcoming, when you look at it, you're like, I really needed that person.
Yeah.
Really. As bad as the situation was, as bad
My goodness.
As much as if I was to repeat that, I don't think I would. I'm happy he came in my life.
Yes.
Yes. And actually, the universe has a way. If you don't learn from that narcissist,
brings another one.
Bring another one.
Hey,
you don't learn from that, it can even give you until levels. It's levels. Level 1, actually, you run away.
Yeah.
Because I think for you, if you remember your first boyfriend, it wasn't as intense. You felt like you were still not a victim.
Yeah.
You could walk away. That was level 1. Level 2 came. Ikakuvunja kamgu kindogo. You're like, but I can walk. It's okay. You cried and it's fine. Level 3.
Hey, Marissa!
It got intense.
Finish it,
And if level 3 doesn't get you, level 4 is gonna crush you.
That narcissist to realize, oh my God.
Yeah.
That ex-boyfriend of mine was a narcissist.
Yes, and the other one also.
Yeah.
And if there was another one. So, it's unfortunate if you have to go through the levels as a victim, because it means that your situations were very serious.
Yeah.
You were in serious serious. Actually, if you get a very narcissistic person, it means you are a very serious victim, you know, in so many ways.
First, can we discuss this before we go anywhere? Can we discuss this victim? We talked about what kind of people fall for narcissistic abuse.
Yeah.
Now, these victims, you see, we are not honestly, wengine wako innocent. In fact, most victims are innocent. They did not, hakuna mtu taka kukaa na mtu anamu abuse. No victim has wished that on themselves. So we have to be kind on them. We can't be hard on them because they did not wish that on them.
Actually, for those that are going through it, we are kind.
Yeah, we actually are, because let's discuss this. Victims many times are like people who grew up in children's homes. Yeah, they did not have a caring family around them, so they did not understand what love is, and they did not even understand what loving themselves is. It starts there. By the way, victims of narcissistic abuse, that is the only problem they have. They don't love themselves.
Yeah.
They don't love themselves. They don't know their value. They don't understand themselves. And because of that, we have to look at why. Why are they like that? And that those are the situations, some of the examples of the situations that got them there. One, they maybe grew up in children's homes, and they do not have that close-knit family that taught them how to love, how to bond, how to get out of toxic places, how to be protected from toxic things, how to value themselves to the point that they cannot stand toxic things and toxic places. That's one. Maybe they were brought up by abusive parents. Yes? Maybe their parents were abusive and toxic, or the parents were absent, so they were not taught things. Yeah? Or they were brought up by step parents. You know, many times, I don't know why it happens like that, many step parents are really toxic to children. Yeah, we've had those stories. You see, now that, you see, they have to struggle. Every kid, every child on earth deserves love. Every child from the day they were born to around age 10, their brain is forming. And you see, the brain registers every experience. It stores it somewhere, even subconsciously. Anything you do to a 2-year-old, if a 2-year-old is raped, they might not remember, but their body has recorded it somewhere. Yeah? And I don't see how a 2-year-old will not remember that. That is very traumatic.
And I think there's two things that every victim, I think also even narcissistic people have, but every victim, and they mirror each other. You know, narcissists, whatever potential you have as a victim is mirrored to, or you mirror it to your narcissism. They can see the potential in you, but you can't see it. But now, mostly, I've noticed that every victim has two things. They have fear of whatever you can call it. It could be fear of love, fear of loss, fear of abandon, all those fear and doubt.
Yeah,
you know, those two things. Actually, those are the main.
But I've told you, we keep saying
fear,
it here.
Fear and
because
doubt.
They don't understand themselves.
Yes.
So they don't know. You see, you have to self-awareness. And that is why we started with that topic. If you go down our page, you'll see we started with those topics. Because kimeturamba.
Yeah, and the narcissist that you really, I think, attract mostly is somebody that admires your courage that you don't see in yourself.
Yeah.
And the confidence that they see in you that you don't see. So those two things.
Yeah.
They see that you can be, you're a very confident person, it's just that you're scared. You're a very courageous person, it's just that you doubt yourself.
Well, when you're told, I don't know, or you can kosana with somebody or your boyfriend or whatever, and you're like, ni sababu nipendi. Mi unanifanyia hivyo juu nipendi. You see, why would you talk about yourself like that to anybody? Yeah? Ati unanifanyia hivyo juu ni... What? Is it an... Kwani ni offer? It's either they do or they don't, and they should walk. If they don't, you see, narcissists know those people who are like, ni juu nipendi, ni sababu sina matiti kubwa,
and actually,
ni sababu sina pesa, mjipendi, you're already telling the narcissist, sijipendi hata kidogo. Those are my weaknesses. And now, we said narcissistic victims, yeah, they are not self-aware to begin with, and even if they are, it's kidogo. They still have self-doubts. Okay, and because they are not self-aware, hawajipendi, they don't love themselves, they don't value themselves, yeah, they don't think they are worthy, they can let people just walk all over them, and those are the good candidates for narcissistic abuse. And now we were talking about why the victim could be in such a situation, and that's the point we got and said we are not going to judge these people, because it could be so many things. We talked about them being orphans, you know, they grew up in orphanage, they did not have parents, they were taken care of by abusive relatives, you know. Also maybe they, what else can, like my situation, where the victim could be having abandonment issues. It's very funny because my abandonment issues stemmed from my dad passing away. I was almost 3 years, so my body could register and my brain could know what has happened. Yeah, I you see, for a very long time I used to live with that memory, wondering what was that vehicle I saw. You know, I used to think it was something I created in my head, and you know, I used to think, this is, I don't know who was that person. And you know, later in life I asked my mom, and who was that? There's a memory I usually have of somebody being brought to, taken by a car, a vehicle over there. What was that person? And now I remember, I see my body registered that a really close person of mine left, and they never came back.
And slowly you started resenting.
No, you see, because as a child, if I was left with people who took care of me nicely and who made me feel secure, I would not have felt that difference that much. But because the way the situation was left, there was no one to give me that security, that love, or that attention that I was getting from this person, I noticed. Yeah, I was like, and what's changed? Somebody left, you know, something happened. And out of that, I developed very severe abandonment issues. You leave me, I'm fainting. No, please don't leave me. I remember even there was this time, my boyfriend chased me away. Yeah, for me it was always boyfriend, by the way. It was never my friends. Never. It was never. I have never had issues with friends or anybody close or relatives. Never. But boyfriend, I think boyfriend now used to reach that part where I was really opening up and being vulnerable. Yeah. And now there was this time I called my mom. Mommy, he has left me. And my mom was like, now you cry. You cry because she has left you.
I remember now, and then after, I was always now the mediator. After now that call, I was called Faith. Yes? Umeongea na sister. Niko like, amefanya nini tena? You know, tena. Unasikia? Amefanya nini tena? Hati ananipigia akilia. Niko like, you know me, I was always the calm. Hata kwa chaos, me I will. Analilia nini? Hati ananiambia mecho na boyfriend. Kwani ameenda na roho yake? She was like, kwani ameenda na roho yake? Sasa analia. Umemwambia nini after me? Mimi nashanga. Ananipigia akilia nifanye nini? Boyfriend anjaenda na roho yake? Sasa mimi hata nimeshindwa kitu ya kukwambia.
Do you realize our mom has never experienced abandonment issues? She had both parents secure, and the father loved her. She was the favorite daughter of her father, and the brothers love her. They protect her.
Actually, so I remember they were there for her even at her worst.
Yeah.
Oh, so her mom is a baby girl.
She's a baby girl. Even when that husband tried to sumbua her, she went back to her father's place and built.
She does not understand these things.
She went and built then. She was done. And the brothers were there to protect her.
Actually, I think they also helped her build.
Yeah, of course. Kwani alikuwa anajenga na pesa
akarudi nao watoto wote.
Wote.
And
Akaambiwa, jenga hapo.
actually when she got married again, the brothers had to, you know,
Yeah, confirm wewe huyu aendi kuchezea sister yetu.
we were raised by a baby girl then. No wonder.
She doesn't have daddy issues
No
at
wonder.
all.
I wonder. It's very serious.
Alikuwa baby
I never
girl.
looked at it like that. I don't know.
So that is why she was wondering, why would you cry? You know, she was telling,
Actually, she even asked me, sasa hata wewe utalia?
My mom
even at my worst, my mom was the person I could call.
If a man stresses, you leave him and go get a baby somewhere else.
At that time, you were telling me, Faith, I'm asking you, why can't you live? Faith, I don't know how.
So, she was telling me, did you see me crying? Me, I did not bother about that person that was stressed. Me, I went, I met somebody else, and I got babies. Yeah. He thought I was joking. When he came back, where? I already was gone and I had other babies somewhere else. I was not going to waste my time there. I was like, baby girl, you cannot understand.
And actually, she would see that person and not even say
bother.
Never. Not even flinch. Like this. Who did you take after that?
You don't have some things you don't have to take after nobody. That's why you unasikianga things are learned. Yeah, you learn these things. Yes, because if we had maybe even a male person around us protecting us, we wouldn't have issues like that. We would have known we are loved by that person, ule mtu wetu mwenye anatupenda na to protect.
Anyway, let me not say that here because I don't want to say it.
Say what?
No, that's not. Let's proceed.
Say what?
No, I just remembered how serious it was when the situation got serious and nobody around you understood.
Yeah.
And the only thing we told you, by the way,
was drama.
That was actually personal. I took it so personally, and I was like, you were told, by the way, you know, if actually you cause drama, we will disown you.
Yeah, that is what I was told, by the way.
We will disown you.
I was told I will be disowned. and
if
I'll not be part of this family.
We will just bury you and forget you.
Yeah, and even if I kill myself, they will just cry for 2 weeks.
Actually, it was 1 week.
Yani, Sayu, I'm so I don't know how to get out of this situation. But, you know, but now somebody's telling, you know, me, you kill yourself. I'm just gonna go tell people I loved you.
And then you killed yourself.
You decide to kill yourself. They don't even understand nothing. But you see, I have come to learn the hard way. People who cannot understand something will not understand something. Even if you force it down their throats, they will not.
That's why there's a quote that Steve Harvey said also. Even your dreams, there are people you can't tell.
In fact, there's somebody you will tell and they will
never
laugh.
see. They cannot see what you're seeing.
Hey,
you know?
Yeah.
That's why you're always told it's yours. And push through with it.
Yes.
If they don't see it, forget about them.
Yes.
Just focus on what your goal is.
Yes.
And just ukifika ndio tutakuwa tunasema haya.
Na ujua iliambia.
Mimi nilikuwa naona ni kama you know.
Nilikuwa naona mogoroki hapa.
Yeah, just do your own thing.
Yes.
Just do it.
Yeah. So, me, I don't have any ill feeling about anybody that judged me that time because people see things through their lens.
Yeah.
You can't tell somebody see things like this and they have not experienced or they have not. Everybody has different life experiences. So people will not see things the way you want them to see. They will see it the way they see it from their perspective. Yeah? And from where they stand and from depending on what they know. That is how they are going to see things.
So talking about victims needing narcissists, giving an example of maybe every relationship. I'm not saying that every relationship is not healthy, but even the healthy ones, they have, things that you can learn from them. So does that mean that every relationship that you have with someone, you should focus on the things that they are trying to, the whole situation or the relationship is trying to help you learn? Actually, mostly the things that trigger you, because I think those are the things that educate you, you see.
Well, you should pay attention to everything because sometimes some people have things to teach you. They don't have to trigger you. Sometimes it can be for the better. You can learn something, out of it. Sometimes it can be triggered to realize, I have these issues. And because for me, for the longest time...
Yeppy. Yo. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. Yeah, she said there are things we can learn from having a dad, and there are things we can't.
Absolutely.
Like, whatever way you want to look at it. If your father was not there, he was not there.
No matter how secure your mom was, there's things you cannot learn by just being told. You have to experience. You have to experience that feeling of, today's my birthday, we have to wait for dad. Like, everybody is at home, but we are waiting for dad. When dad gets home now, we feel like the home is complete. When somebody threatens us, we are like, ngoja tuambie dad, kitakuramba. Or when those places where dad is needed as a family, you see even functions, dad will stand and say, this is my name is this, these are my wife, this is my wife, my children. Nobody speaks before dad. Yeah. I mean, that repeated cycle of doing that and that and that, you learn so much about your expectations with husbands, with men, and all that. And because you don't have, your chances of falling for a narcissist are very high. Because you'll go thinking, si mwanaume tu bora ni treat poa. Yeah. Then you go land a what? You land somebody that is love bombing you. By the time you get out of it, you understand what is happening. My friend, you don't even understand who you are. Umeteswa kuteswa. Yeah. And
poor is relative, really.
Yeah. What other situation can create victims? What? There's this thing about, you see, abuse. Yeah? A lady can maybe have been raped. Yeah?
Yeah.
And you find it affected them, to a point where they settle for anything. Also, a home that was not loving. You see, if you did not grow up in a loving home, you could learn to settle for kidogo love. As long as you're shown kidogo love, you just settle. But now you see narcissists show you kidogo love. The breadcrumbs, 1 minute you love, the next you're the worst thing that they have ever seen walking on planet. They don't even understand how God created you. Yeah? You imagine you find yourself sitting there and saying, I am what, blah,
I think mostly is victims are created through resentment. Things happen to you, but resentment is you keep on repeating, the things that happened to you in your mind. It's okay, it may have happened like a few months ago when you were young, but there's this thing that humans, we have, even kwanza children, we don't forget the bad things that happened to us. So as we grow, we keep on resenting those things. We are like, why didn't I do that?
You have to work on
You're looking for, normally you become a victim by looking for answers for your own resentments, and they say that there's no justified resentment. Normally, we become victims by trying to justify that whatever happened to us was not worth.
But there's something else, many victims don't know.
They don't know they're doing that.
They are not aware.
Yeah.
Most victims are not aware that they have that problem.
Yeah.
And that is where the narcissist comes in. That is why we are saying a narcissist is important. Like really important. Only that they are gonna make you sweat. And you're never gonna forget that experience.
So a narcissist is like a god to a victim.
The way they usually say it, do you know they say they are gods?
They're like, I was your god.
Yeah. They kind
like
of
Aladdin movie, make 3 wishes.
They
Wish number 1, I want to save you.
But then there's a problem. Some victims don't get saved. Some victims are really damaged to the point where they are so weak they kill themselves. By the way, so many times when you find a lady or a guy killed themselves because of an abusive relationship, is because they did not manage to overcome.
It was unbearable.
They didn't know how to get out of it, and
maybe they talked about it and nobody understood.
Yeah, or even it's not. You see, it depends on who they talked to about it. But at the same time, it is very sad when they are going through that abuse. They don't understand what's happening to them. Please, I'm using myself as case study. I'm not castigating or blaming any of my family members, but a lot of my family members were judging me. Okay, they were judging me. They were saying, "Oh, Rachel is always like this. You know, she's all over the place. She's always, you know, having issues with boyfriends."
No,
but
I think to clarify on that point, it also depends on the honesty that the whole family hold. I feel like mostly when you come from a setup where lying or pretending or just showing, you know, there's a way you want to appear which is not real,
Yeah.
you know, and everybody is in a mask. You know, there's this mask that this is me inside and this is me outside. I feel like most families, there is, you know, there is not akunanga ile like honesty where they say it as it is.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the family, I don't know. The few ones I know, there are those wenye pretending and hiding like things are okay is the norm. I think it's a society. Things are fine until they are not fine.
I'm better than you.
So you, when you are just trying to you know, it was your call for help. You know, you're like, yo guys,
I need help.
This is me, I need help. They're like, you know what? Even us, we have our own problems, but we are, you know, we are just in here.
Also, it is good for stories and rumors.
Not being okay, but why is it that you not being okay is too much?
Yeah.
You know, why can't you just put it together? We are used to this. Just act okay. Is that too much? Because that was it.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
That's why now that you are being told you are dramatic.
Also, you see, and because of that judgment, you find many victims are ashamed.
Yeah.
They are ashamed to come out. They are embarrassed. They don't want to be talked about like that. They want to be, you know, seen as nice, you know, these perfect human beings who don't make mistakes. So they keep quiet. They don't look for help. They are embarrassed to talk about their situation. You see, if I knew that was my problem then, most probably I would have hidden myself. Yeah, because I would be so ashamed to come out and say, oh, I have this issue and I need help.
But I think for you, even after you came up, no help came through though. So for me, as your small sister, I was like, what's the point? What's the point?
Hey!
And that's why I was always there.
I think shout out to, I'm not gonna say who, but he really tried to help me. Because when I told him I'm not okay, I don't know what's stressing me, but I'm not okay, and I think I need to go see a therapist. He was ready to pay, and he paid for the therapist. Yeah, that is support. Yeah. Who else came to pay for the therapist except tell stories and rumors?
Actually, you going to the therapist was you being mad. That's how the story was going. You're now mad.
Therapist. You see, that is the thing about it.
Because every time I went, I met families, I'm not going to say who, actually, what they were like, they were not going to ask me how I am. I'm like, you guys, I'm here. Why can't you ask me how I am? Everybody was like, how's your sister? I'm like, you guys, do you have her number? They're like, yes. Why can't you call her? They don't, wananyamaza. They're like, but how is she though? She's your sister. You should know how she is. I'm like, I'm not giving any of you 411.
Yeah.
You know, call her, check up on her.
Yeah.
You know.
They call me. You see, it's so much naivety. And by the way, it's not just them. I think it's something that is in the society. People think when somebody goes to the therapist, they are insane. Yeah? They need mental health, like they would need to go to Madare or something. Guys, can you stop being backward? You don't go to a therapist because you're mad. You can go to a therapist because, you know, your divorce has taken a toll on you. Somebody died in your family and you just can't cope. Or your business something has happened to your business and you're really stressed. And you need, you know, therapists are usually doctors of the brain. Your brain is like the zigzag. And they help to untangle.
Slowly.
So that you slowly, it's somebody that understands what is happening in your brain. So they talk to you one by one, like step by step until they get to the root cause of the problem, and you end up feeling much better. People that are insane are in mental hospitals. They need medicine. They need to stay there to be taken care of because they cannot survive. They cannot be controlled out here. They're not even safe. And people are also not kind of safe with them around. So they have to be taken care of in a hospital or somewhere that is, like that. But when you need therapists many times, it's because, this life we cannot always be happy. There's things that take a toll on us. Especially when you don't know what is going on. Especially if you have issues like that, daddy issues, abandonment issues, you don't understand yourself, you're not self-aware, those are not mental issues. Those are just stress issues. They are just disconnection issues. That's why when you get to a therapist, they ask you, how did you grow up? I'm telling you, many people cry at that point. At the minute a therapist asks you, how did you grow up? Machozi.
Tell me about your childhood. And actually, they never say the positive things. Everybody.
Yes, everybody. Nobody says, I was
no. Hata kama niyo siku moja you felt like you are laughing. It is,
Askia, kuna kengine sasa. The therapist then asks you, how did you feel about that? Let me tell you, I wanted to die. And they don't love me.
Actually, where did that thing of they didn't love me come from? It's like a whole thing that
I told you, and you have to, I am going to say this in capital letters. Every child deserves love. You know why? The brain is growing.
Yeah.
The minute you give a child love, they are secure. They're not afraid to face anything. You understand? Now, if a child is not loved, that child is scared. They're scared to do anything. Like, they're scared of
fear
anything.
Cripples in.
Yes. They easily fear anything. Lakini a child that is loved, won't give the confidence such children have. They start to tell you, a 3-year-old, excuse me, no, I don't like that. Yeah, I said this and this. Yeah. Ni kama unapewa commandments. And you're there, where have you come from? Because you do not experience that. Yeah, that's why you cannot
actually you start actually mtu mwenye anasemanga mtoto is hard. My friend, you just wish you had their confidence and their courage, You just wish. You can just pray for heavens to just give you if there is in it.
Every child, that's why I'm usually saying, even if you're a mother, you've given birth to that child. Now, najua vizuri you won't love that child. Just give that child up for adoption. That child the chances of them, you see, when a child is given up for adoption, those adoption agencies have to follow up. And they follow up for the better. They make sure, they look at the history of the parents. Do they do drugs? Are they good mentally? A child is never given to mentally unstable people. Never, ever. Never. Although sometimes they learn to such people because sometimes they pretend and they don't know. Yeah, but over time, it's gonna show. And the baby can be taken away. So, they make sure the baby lands in loving homes. They are well taken. They even visit those homes. They make sure the baby sleeps well. They see the people that are hanging around that child. And they monitor the growth of that child. And that's why I said between 0 days to around 10. Yeah? Those are the brain-forming years. And that child deserves nothing but love.
So love is...
It's not like we are saying they shouldn't see bad things and see how difficult life should be. They should, and they should be exposed to such things, but they should be shown those things with love. Yeah? They can be told, Majimoto can choma you. Yeah? Now wanaonyeshwa that with love. They are not just being poured hot water by those crazy stepmothers. No. That is why I said every child 0 to 10 years deserves love. If you know you're not going to love that child between that age, leave that child alone. Leave them alone. In fact, weza na umuache hapo hospitali kanyaga kubwa. Huyo mtoto atapelekwa adoption places na we pray that atakuwa in a good orphanage. Many times, nayo kuna child trafficking nowadays. The society is crazy. Sometimes we are not able to protect every child. But we do our best. Yeah? I'm really proud of American styles of protecting children. Huko they even have something called child services or something, where even if you're the parent of the child, if abuse is reported from your home, guess what? Your child is going. Mtoto unanyang'anywa na ulizaa by the way. Ati you reported or you beat up your child.
Or even if you abandon your child, that your child is crying for 24 hours.
After 24 hours. Ati you've left your child in the car. You will find police hapo kwa magari waiting for you to arrest you, and they will take away your child.
And you will serve some jail.
Ati your child is your child is crying. Ati you're abusing, you're beating. You see this thing that African parents do here, saying that they are disciplining us. That is abuse. Like outright abuse. Mtu anapigwa mpaka anafura huku. You're beat. Have you ever seen parents who beat their children like snakes?
Kuna yule mosquito. Walai. You're forgetting there's that baby, that one that we know alipigwa na mshipi. Hadi kakaacha kubreathe. And leo that girl says
is traumatized.
She's traumatized, and she says,
and it is the father.
It is that fear, you know. And actually she fears men up to her level. You know, she has not been able to date. You need to talk to her now.
Yeah. You see, now that is the thing. You think you're calling yourself African parent, even making jokes about it, yet you're traumatizing your child. How can you beat up your child to a point where they're feeling helpless? Some parents even cut their children with machetes. Yeah?
Discipline. You need to, you know? Yeah.
Some of African children don't even have a say at home. They are never heard.
Yeah.
They cannot say anything because unaniambia nini, I'm your parent. Parents think they have superpowers where they must say everything and the child must follow. Yeah? The child has no rights. Imagine that. That is so sad. You guys are the ones creating victims for narcissistic abuse. And I believe there's so many victims in Africa.
And then we grow as children with those toxic parents, and then we affirm them. Sometimes you don't even tell them, or sometimes you give them space. They continue being narcissistic.
Yep.
And they don't change, really.
So, in what ways can we say that the narcissist is helping the victim? Teacher. So, honestly, in my opinion, because this victim has these issues, many times they don't know. That's why they stay when all those stages are happening. We said today trauma board. After that, we said dependency. After that, manipulation, gaslighting, abandonment, isolation. You forget yourself, self-loss and giving up, and resignation. All that. A human being is changing you, literally, because you do not understand you have a problem. Victims don't know how to say no. Yeah, they wait to be abused, then they're like, why is he doing that to me? Yeah, because you don't know how to say no. Yeah, you don't know, you don't have any value for your life. You do not have any rules for your life. You do not have any, you do not have a life generally. I mean, you should have your own life set up in a way. If somebody brings you nonsense, they walk. If somebody does the things that are basic, yeah, or does things kulingana depending on what you like, yeah, on what your principles are, they stay. If they don't, they see the door. You see that power of letting people go and telling them, no, please go away, yeah, is very important. And that is what narcissistic abuse survivors don't have. Victims. And now that takes us to where some survive. Because of what they have gone through. Because of what the narcissist has taken them through. They get to places where they learn information like us now. Where we finally realize, oh my God, narcissistic personality, what is this? Why is this happening? You see, we are so lucky. I have to say this also. I think technology has changed many things. Who was ever gonna buy a book about narcissists? Me, buy a book about narcissists. But when I went to Google, why is he doing this?
Not even reading.
Why is he doing this? You see, go to, what is it called? TikTok, Faith, I'm telling you, go to TikTok, type narcissists. You see how many people are creating content about narcissists. So many. So many. I have so many in my head. Mama Grace TV, Sinful, Cynthia. I even discovered some others that, oh my God, I'm forgetting them. NAC analysis. There's T on NPD. All these are pages I've followed. There's there's so many, so many people creating in content about narcissistic abuse awareness. So many. Kitambo, you have to go to a library. Ama usikia radio kwa show mtu ameletwa once in per year. So how are you gonna know?
We're talking about just the basics.
Yes. Yeah. Today you just Google and it gives you every. Go to YouTube, my friend. You'll find people there. Dr. Ramani. Who else? My God. A narcissist. There's so many. My God. I need to come with that list, so that you can help people. You see, it's not enough to just mention them and not say who they are. Yeah. There's so many. In fact, even Psych to Go. Psych to Go is some page. Psych to Go, you know it. Yes, there's also Life. Something Life. What is it called? Life. School of Life. School of Life. School of Life also has that information about narcissistic abuse.
School of Influence.
School of
Influence.
Yeah.
By that guy. There's a guy, Anito Aje. School of Greatness.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, it's School of Greatness.
Yeah. And because of all those people that are creating content about narcissistic abuse awareness, I believe we are gonna have a better society. Mm-hmm. So many people are gonna realize, oh wow, and because you see all those pages, they have a lot of following.
We're gonna have
it means narcissism is it means narcissism is real. Narcissistic abuse is real. Because when you look at those content creators, they have so many followers and they have many people asking questions. And you know what gives me so much satisfaction and what makes me so happy is seeing people saying, if it were not for you, I would not have known. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing these videos. I did not know. Like, nothing makes me happier than that. I'm usually like, my God, that is a soul saved. Like, oh my God. That's why I'm like, we need to continue with this. Like, whoever can reach us, karibu sana. Like, welcome. Yeah, we are here. We ask me anything, I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, and it is real. It is real. It is happening, and people are getting help. As much as you think people are not relating to this topic, I believe it's not that common in Africa, if you ask me. Africans are used to suffering. They think their husband behaving like that
isn't where suffering started.
Yeah, they think
colonials.
Their partner behaving like that is submission, especially women. Yeah,
I think it's something that women need to get over. History ya kuvumilia. You people, you need to look for another term.
Ndoa ni kuvumilia. Wapi? Ulisikia wapi? Unavumilia peke. Yani God brings you to this world where you're gonna die in a few days.
He suffered for us. Kwani me, I don't understand the Bible when you say now to vumilia, because there is the whole part of he died for our own sins. I don't know if it's true or not, but then if he suffered, why am I here to suffer again?
Maybe you're like a Dube, born to suffer.
No. Can you imagine? Hey, and this is the only time I get to choose what I want. I don't know how long you have here, but in this world, but at least you can choose not to suffer.
Africans
on purpose. Don't suffer on purpose.
You see, after I understood what narcissism is, I can see a narcissistic husband, and the wife is there like, Apendive, najua lazima, we have to follow what he's saying. You can't go against your husband. Don't be like those white mzungus who just, like freedom. They don't even care about the husband. You'll find the husband sijui cleaning the table, sijui doing what. Sis, my friend, you're not born to serve nobody. Especially not when they are making you suffer.
But it's marriage.
Marriage, tuna survive.
Marriage, marriage thrives.
Yeah.
It is, you have to suffer.
Your husband has told
it's a thing wameeka.
Yeah.
At marriage, you have to.
Yeah.
Actually, there is one of our aunties on my mom's side. Alikuwa like, Faith, it is okay. You have not decided, but just know.
Yeah.
just know hiyo siku utaamua ukukuwa umekubali kuteseka. I was like,
guaranteed.
Hakuna, you know, like there's okay,
hakuna kautamu. Ni kuteswa. Mateso peke yake.
I was like, yeah,
hapana. Sio hivyo.
I feel like really
at you go work, these people even go as women who are the ones that are providing for the family. They go work, the husband is just a drunkard, comes, takes money and goes.
But
and you still stay.
Your husband.
Yeah, you see a man, unajua umzee.
Sasa nitamwacha niende wapi na watoto wote.
Haelewe kwangi. You know, he's just really bad.
Alafu mtu mwingine anakuja anakwambia by the way ni mzuri. Unajua watu kila mtu akiambiwa pangishwe mwenye yako married. Unajua uko kwa list.
Sasa tuko married for 25 years. Separation of 25 years. Hata Yesu hakusafa hiyo miaka mingi. No.
Yeah, so let's change the narrative.
Yes.
We can be happy. You know, we can be joyful. We can have blissful marriages. I know there are people out there that are enjoying, you know. Si kila kitu mbaya. I believe there are good people.
Yes,
I believe there are good, thriving, healthy connections out there. And yeah, we'll experience that.
We have to push this because even as a women, we enable these abusers. Okay? The minute you've stayed, when you're being abused, you're telling him, yeah, abuse me, and your daughter is watching your niece. Even if they're not saying, even if they are not telling you, darling, they are talking about it behind your back. Wakipatana hivi, your relatives wakati wa yuko, when you're not there, they are talking about you. And they are saying, the way you're usually treated by your husband, nijikute. Or they are like, hey, you don't see the way the husband treats her, hey, like trash. You've not seen. They know and they can see. And you're the one enabling that person. So that's why I'm saying as women or as men, because there's narcissistic women, if your partner is narcissistic, please stop enabling them. Please learn to tell them no. Because if we all collectively learn to say no to abuse, they will know we are going to say no. So they are going to change by force. Or they stay alone. Yeah, we stay with the few ones that are willing to make things work the way they are supposed to work. Yeah, don't tell me a woman came from a man's rib, but that rib is stressing me. That rib wants to strangle me. The rib was not told to strangle me. Yeah? I'm supposed to submit, and my husband is supposed to love me.
If it wants to strangle you, then it was not your rib. It was not yours. You took someone else.
You submit to abuse. No, I'm not going to submit to abuse. Hell to that submission. In fact, I am the most hard-headed woman you'll ever find. I'm not submitting to abuse. Me, you can call me Mother Karwas. I am not. By the way, there's a brother of mine that used to call me Mother Karwa when I was young. Like, even growing up, he was always calling me Mother Karwa. Yeah. And one day I asked him, why were you always calling me Mother Karwa? I had not even decided to be a lawyer. And he told me, it's because you are always tough. Even when you were young, you were always tough. When you were saying something, you were not joking. And I was like, oh. Na munaniambia niolewe hao. Ati na bado nilipatana na narcissist.
Because they wanted to show you that you're not as tough as you think.
Yeah.
You're actually nothing.
But also I had that issue of abandonment issues that I needed to deal with and work on, which I fully admit. And I am so happy that I got to understand that, because now my life is easy. It's not as hard, stressful, and chaotic like it used to be.
Your narcissist fees. You should pay.
By the way, kunafaa kukuwa na narcissist narcissist university of character development where you join,
you tip them,
you go find a narcissist anakutwanga proper, unarudi ukiwa form. Yeah, who are you? Unarudi ukiwa sawa.
I feel like it could work if it was healthy, because if it's helping both of you, where you have narcissistic traits and I am a victim, and you both maybe be very honest with where you're coming from as the narcissist, why you're behaving the way you're behaving, and as a victim, this is why I am here. When you come together, you're like healing each other, you know, not for yourselves, but it's like a course, you know, where you like
that will never work.
It will never work.
But at the same time, yeah, I understand. But at the same time, as much as we are saying narcissists are helping victims, I feel bad about them because they also need help.
And
It is a pathetic life they live.
the
I was saying, if you ask me, honestly, I think even someone like Elon Musk is narcissistic. Do you see how he treats his workers? Yeah? Where we have had stories.
he is too smart for you fools.
Well, true. Elon Musk, to me, if you ask me, is quite narcissistic.
Oh
Well,
my goodness.
Hey,
He
the
looks
stories
at
I've
you
had.
and he imagines how did, like, what is in your, like, how stupid are
He
you?
puts people down like really bad. He fires people like they are trash.
I
Like,
think his ego
does
is
not
just
care.
up there.
yeah, how many times has he been divorced? Because the wives are saying, oh, he has no time for us, he's this, he's that. As much as those people are rich, you have to look at those things. It's true, they are real and it's happening. Many people, even Kenyan people I know some Kenyan people who are really wealthy and very narcissistic. My God, I wouldn't even want to stay with them for I don't know how many. I wouldn't even want to work for them. They are so narcissistic. But funny thing, because narcissists have a lot of money, you have to vumilia so that you can make your check and go. Only that you don't let them abuse you.
Sometimes they don't even allow you make any check.
No, narcissists, they will do good business with you. So they want money.
Okay.
Yeah, they will do good and clean business with you. Only that they might want to manipulate, lie, and cheat and steal from you. Just make sure they don't. And if they do take the law. Make sure you don't give them the light of the day. Don't allow them do that to you. But many times you can do business. Only that you'll be so annoyed and stressed, and it can be so stressful to work with them.
Yeah.
But many times they are the ones that will give you the big projects, all that. So yeah. And honestly, the way we have to say it here, Aki, narcissists need help. Do you know?
Guys, Ebu, tell us, how do you
Ebu,
think,
tell us.
we are stuck here now. Because victims get help,
Yeah.
because they are just things they need to learn that they didn't maybe get when they were growing up. But for the narcissist, what do you think? Do you think they need help?
Absolutely.
Actually, that's the question. Do you think they need help?
They do.
And
the
if
question
yes,
is,
do you think they can be helped?
how? How can we help
How
them?
do you think they can
Do
be
we tie them and lock their mouth so that they don't manipulate and gaslight us, and maybe change their brain? Elon Musk, you should be thinking about that. How we can transplant another brain that is function for the narcissist. I mean, that is a business
or
idea.
add a chip to control them to behave in a way that
Exactly.
we want them to behave.
Like they behave in a way that it can be helpful to them. Yeah, in a healthy way. Because it's fine, you've been a narcissist, fine, but you see you're living a pathetic life. Narcissists are very lonely people. You see these very grandiose people who are showing you big cars, big houses, I have this.
Okay.
When that person goes and stays
that
alone.
chips should be very expensive. Because most of them are wealthy, single. When they are now up there, they have all the world and all that.
Yeah.
And they feel like,
I'm so lonely.
I'm so lonely.
By the
I
way, it
need
gets to a
to-
point
I need
where
something
they
different.
understand what's happening with them.
Yes.
They know.
need now to have to spend that money,
To become better people.
become better people and get that microchip or whatever it is, so that they can at least also experience this awesome peaceful blissful
I believe
life.
when they do, they'll never go back.
Elon Musk, nimekupea project kazi.
Aki ya Mungu, Elon Musk ukiiba hiyo,
Nimekupea
tuko na
business
shares,
idea.
we shall soil.
Nimekupea
We have
business
shares.
idea for rich people like you. Because
We all want people to be happy. Nobody deserves to come on earth and live a miserable life just because something happened to you when you were younger.
Kwanza, why would you be miserable and you have money?
You see, Elon Musk had a pathetic dad.
Yeah.
They don't even have a relationship. They're always fighting. He told that story. Yeah? And I was like, yeah, that is why Elon Musk is so mean to people. He's really brilliant, like a genius. But at the same time, he's broken because of his father.
Kibe said also he had a toxic father.
Yeah, look at anybody that is toxic. There was a problem.
And he used to go to work, and then in the evening he used to come, and then he would tell him to remove his shoes and socks. And Kiba was like, I did not put for you. You wore those shoes. Why would you make me as a child every time like nitoe viatu?
Yeah, they are always
you think
abused
about it
kids.
and you're like,
even some people in our family, sorry to say, if you look at the people that were that are narcissistic, something happened. Yeah, a particular parent left when they needed them the most. So they had to grow up with random people or grandparents who could not satisfy that parental role.
And actually what made it worse is them knowing that the parent was alive.
Alive, yeah. So they usually get angry. Yeah. They get angry. Like, you're an angry child.
Also, my dad was alive and he was not there.
Yeah. So they have this fear of, you don't love me for real. Yeah, you don't love me for real. Show me. There's no way. Even when you show them, no, it's not real. You're pretending. So you see, narcissists always have a problem. If you look at my narcissistic ex, yeah, that one had toxic parents.
Yeah.
Okay, the parents were talking down on him. Yeah, showing him how useless he is. Okay, telling me he's actually useless and dumb. You get? So he was never heard. So by that time, he got angry. He became a very angry child. Yeah?
Actually, yeah.
Or maybe they were abandoned or, rejected.
Yeah.
All that.
Even my narcissist, he told me that his dad used to tell him he's never going to amount to anything.
Yes.
That's why he worked so hard to never depend on his dad.
Nobody is born a narcissist and nobody is born a narcissistic abuse victim.
They are made.
All this is creation.
Yeah.
And that thing is created between 0 years, Faye, and 10 years.
We love you, narcissist, though.
0 to 10 years. If you pick a child that was loved in a loving family, that was loved from 0 to 10 years, they will easily know when you're abusing them.
Yeah.
They will, and they will become very rebellious. Yeah? And they will always remember, my mom loved me, my parents loved me. It is this cycle that came and started abusing me and all that. Yeah?
Actually,
many times they might even
when
run
you go
away.
into therapy, they start talking from where they were abused, where they felt.
Yeah.
You may hear a child saying, after my mom died. Yes.
Yeah.
After my father died.
Yes.
There was so and so.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. From age 0 to 12, around there. Yeah. That is where now every child requires. In fact, even the law sees such people as children. In fact, the law has put it that from the age of 0 to 17, you're still a child. But for me, well, that is proper for the law. But to me, for the brain growth, a child to me starts from 0 to 12. You see, a 13-year-old can understand what's happening. You can abuse them when they are just looking at you. They know what they want. They're just waiting for the time they will leave you. And they'll go and live a fulfilled life out there. But now when you abuse a child from 0 to that 12, you are damaging that child. Really, you are. And it's not nice. So yeah, like we have said, narcissists are important because they help the victims become better people. So unfortunate that some victims do not become better people. Some victims just stay in the abuse and they become miserable. They just end up getting diseases. They die early. They get high blood pressure. They get what other diseases? All those diseases. You see, when you stress the brain, it goes to the body. So your body starts getting sick. Because you're releasing a lot of cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone. And the other one for happy hormone is called dopamine. So if you have more cortisol than dopamine, you start getting sick. You start getting ulcers. You start getting, high blood pressure, low blood pressure. You start, getting these weird diseases which translate to now even the physical diseases. And you find you're dying early. You shall die early. Don't accept to die early. Others commit suicide. Suicide is the most common. Yeah? When the victim has never recovered, did not understand what was happening to them. They did not understand it was abuse. They think they are the problem. It gets too bad. You see, narcissistic abuse is like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's so bad. It's like a cancer. Yeah? You're constantly suffering.
Yeah.
Day in, day out, you're suffering. You get to a point where your body shuts down. And you're like, so what's the point of this life? What's the purpose of having this life? Let me just end everything. You see, if I kill myself, because even me, I had gotten suicidal thoughts. In my mind, I was telling myself, you see, I will stop being a burden to people. And I'll also end this pain. I'm never going to feel this pain anymore because it's too much. And that is why people kill themselves. They're like, it's gonna be the end of everything. And now nobody's gonna bother me. But God did not create you. The universe did not cooperate and coordinate, come together to have a creation like you so that you can come, suffer, and die. I don't think so. As alive, we are made we are made fit for survival. We are meant to survive. And the universe tries in all ways to help you survive. That's why there is enough sufficient oxygen. That's why your internal organs are working. That's why you're still growing and you did not die of, any other issue.
Yeah, that's why the universe conspires to give you what you need at,
absolutely.
At whatever level. Because
yes.
Sometimes, you see, even when your parents die, the universe will just allocate humans from I don't know where.
From nowhere.
To just bring you, take care of you until
yes.
you grow to become what you're meant
even
to
if
become.
Nobody takes care of you.
Yeah.
Somehow too, you'll figure things out. Yeah. You just figure things out.
Just like that.
Yeah.
And that takes me back to the question of why do we worry so much then?
Because we don't know.
Why do we worry so much when, we can just trust?
Relax and trust.
Just
I think we worry
trust
because
and do what you need to do at that specific
we worry
moment.
because of the unknown. Yeah. You see, dunia tulifichwa, we don't know what will happen tomorrow. And because tomorrow is not here with us, we don't know. We only know what's happening now and what has happened. Tomorrow we don't know. And because of that, that's why we are usually worried. We are like, oof, what if I die? You see, we are also worried of dying. What if things go haywire? As you will die, by the way. See, that is guaranteed. Yeah. Dying is, until they get a cure. There's no cure for death. You're gonna die. They are dying, even presidents, even anybody, mention them, even a plant, this house, everything will die one day. It's standing strong right now, but there's a time it will be so weak because of time and how long it has been around. It will just start poromokaing on its own. Yeah, that is life.
And there's nothing everything that you can do that will help it,
including our planet. Yeah. What are you talking about? Even our galaxy. Even the sun dies. I'm just here, dwarf. Kanaitango ka dwarf. When the sun dies, the one that remains is usually called a dwarf. Like a dwarf. Yeah. The planets die, galaxies die. Even one time the scientists are saying the universe is gonna die. Yeah. It's gonna end. Yeah? So everything ends. That is the reality of things.
And something else will begin.
Yeah, and other things will begin. Yeah. It's like that. Nika udo cycle. That's it's a cycle. Kaudo cycle like this. Like this.
Are you a student of Kibe?
Absolutely, I love Kibe. I told you, but I also hate him. Kibe is my relationship with Kibe is love-hate. I love and still hate him because of how he speaks about women. I also love him because he has no filter. Kibe is the kind of people I want to have a conversation with because they are real as hell. Kibe will tell me,
you motherfucker, there's nothing you're gonna do. I know you will not do it, so shut up.
Yeah, Kibe will tell me, you're waiting for Jesus, yeah? You're waiting for God. Hey, you go to Bible and you're taught to read. You know that those are the things I like about Kibe. Yeah?
He'll just tell you.
He says it as it is until he starts talking about women. Now there, he gets ideas from his ass. Kibe, come get me. That is where you get your ideas about women from. Your Martina.
Okay.
Mimi sicheki. Si ukweli. Siakuja nipige. Come beat me. Kibe kuja unitusi. Leo nayo ni ukweli. Hapo unafikirianga kama marege ya huko Nyeri. Huko Embu kwetu. Yeah. Akifika kuongelea wanawake unakuanga ai gaimwadhani. Kwani wame-exchange akili?
What do you think happened to him?
I don't know. I think
how bad do you think?
I think some woman really did Kibe bad.
Like his mom or a girlfriend?
Maybe his mom, but mostly I think it's his girlfriend or wife. She's divorced. Yeah, and the way he doesn't talk much about his wife. And when he does...
Actually, I don't think he even talks about his mom.
Sometimes he doesn't talk about his mom at all, by the way. Even the wife, he mentions kidogo, and when he does, it's you're like, oh, Kai, si mtu ulikuwa unasikia poa. Haukuwa unasikia poa siku moja, Kibe. Ulikuwa unasikia tam. You should give credit. Si poa kufanyia mtu hivyo. No. Saa zingine musema hata kama nilikuwa nasikia poa, that is what Kibe was saying. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about that bitch. No, fuck you. Yo, bro, first of all, this woman gave birth. Do you know what giving birth means?
At that point, he'll ask you, I didn't pay him to give birth. He should have thrown me.
That's why men should give birth.
Thrown me to where I did not pay that. And then I waited Gina to give birth to me.
But you're there, being proud of your children as if you had them by yourself. Keep it. Shame on you. At least afford her some grace. Just because I'm telling you, keep ile uchungu iko hapo ya kuzaa. It is crazy. Uchungu unasikia ni kama auoni. Like you feel, and she did that. Kibe has how many children? 2. I think it's 2, a girl and a boy. And the way they are cute. Even that ex-wife I saw her,
at some point, Kibe, I was your student and you really helped me. Yeah.
Like video anatoa hivi atungeona ingine kama hatujawatch Kibe.
Yeah, I stopped being the puny of the punist girls. Actually, imagine he was saying something because when he was talking about men, being labistic, he was also talking about 2 girls. It's just that ilifika mahali for like, but if you didn't have a father figure, and you listen
that
to
father
him,
figure, Kibe, I agree with Kibe on father figure.
If you didn't have a father figure and then you listened to him, he really had a very perfect example of women that did not have that.
Yeah.
And at some point I was like, tick, lakini sasa mbona unatutusi?
Sasa unatutusia nini na father figure wetu ni vile walikufa, bro. Sasa tudadu.
Yeah.
You see, some single mothers are not single by choice.
At some point it was so unfair. But the points went home anyway.
Tulizama ulambo uso na shetani. Kama tunatutusi hata wewe ulambo uso na shetani.
Anyway, it is what it is. We learned, we grew, and just be you. Fika, just be you. Wow.
Father figure.
I didn't have a father figure.
Frankie, father figure. By the way, Frankie had another controversial interview on NTV about fitness. Huyo mama Frankie is chewing mama's hapa nje. And the way he's handsome, I know he's just getting, chewing mamas. Alafu anarudi kusema father figure. But I think Frankie, you have mommy issues. You're a mama's boy. Honestly, because of how you talk, we can see that you don't have empathy, you don't afford grace to women, and I don't know why he would do that. I don't know. Does he have sisters?
He does not get it because he knows he has a shoulder to lie and cry on. His mom.
Mommy boy. He's a mommy
when
boy.
You have that,
so they kind of become,
and you're like, it's okay, my
they
boy.
somehow become entitled.
Yeah, so
that's why he was so entitled to talk down on Corazon and Tito. Talking about how that is something so sensitive. You shouldn't talk about it like that.
They didn't have a father figure.
You can say it in a better way, like maybe because they did not have a father figure around them, certain things did not work. But you are talking about it as if it was,
it's a crime.
Yeah, like
not have one. Like who doesn't have?
Yeah.
You are like, who doesn't have
a father?
Like it's something you need to have.
A basic need.
Anyway, we love you guys. Tunapenda sana. We learn from you guys, and I think it's a beautiful thing to be here.
Yeah.
To understand, to hear everybody's view, point of view, perspective. And get to pick what we want to pick and leave, discard what we don't want, and such is life,
We are so happy to have you around. We are vouching and we are still praying that the channel is gonna grow. Nothing grows overnight, so we have to be patient. Even the big channels you're seeing akina Lingogi. When did you start seeing Lingogi?
Tuko.
Yeah, Tuko.
Kitambo sana.
So many years ago.
She kept, is the consistency.
Diana Marua, she was lucky she had Bahati, who was already a known person, and that's how Diana Marua has managed to grow so
bring
quickly.
you more awesome content.
Videos, yeah.
You'll be seeing us.
Once that time we have new, this I have to say it here so that you can commit.
No, don't say.
Okay. I have to say it here so that you can commit.
No, let those eggs hatch. Don't say.
Aye.
Don't say. There's something you said also. You did. So don't say.
Ile akushuka nywele.
No.
Aye.
What are you gonna say? Don't say.
Guys, my sister is a narcissist.
Are you sure you know what you want to say?
Yeah, I know, but it's okay. You said I don't say, you're the manager of saying. So I won't say.
Oh.
So, but what was I going to say?
But we are bringing more content, guys.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it at that.
Yep.
More better, more engaging.
Awesome.
You guys will love them.
Kabisa.
You'll see our other side now, you know, which is more fun, more than, you know, not
more engaging.
The normal one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that is nice way to say it. You just confused them like that, and you told them, you did not tell them, but you told them.
Yeah, that's what you always don't commit. Actually, have you seen rich politicians or rich people commit? No, they'll be like, I'll see what I can do.
Wanakuja wanasema watajenga bridge.
I will see what I can do.
They said they'll build a bridge.
I'm not saying when they are
voting.
The school fees I'm not saying
free.
when they're asking for votes. After, they'll be like, I'll see what I can do.
I smell some food. I smell some really nice something cooking somewhere.
Why is your camera not going off?
Because we are not done talking.
Hi camera, what's happening?
Stop.
Are you on still? Anyway, give me a random story.
No, there's no random story. We are gonna finish up on that topic. Okay. Now, like we just concluded that it's important. We think it's important that the narcissists exist because they if you survive a narcissist, you become you become so aware. You will literally smell a narcissist. You will literally smell a toxic person, toxic places. You understand how to say no because you know how much it costs you. So it costs you so much.
If you're in a narcissistic relationship, you have one goal. Fight through. Yes. No matter what, no matter the situation, make sure you win by fighting through and growing from it.
It gets better on the other side.
Really, yeah.
Absolutely.
Don't run away from it as much as you want to run away from it. I think find reasons why you're there and find reasons how to get out of there, and also let go of the reasons that would lead you back there.
Yeah.
I have said something.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. You said the right